What's up, everybody out there? Always here with deck profiles that make these decks fun to play, not competitive. Some of them may look competitive, but really they're not. I'm not like those competitive players where all they care about is winning in one turn, or just have one particular way of how they want to run the deck and just win. Not like when you can think of 3 to 4 ways of winning the game. And for fun players, they don't care if they win or lose. They just like playing the game because they're playing with the deck that they want to play with. That makes it more interesting. So here we go. Shadoll, Zombie. This time it is way different, and you are using the Shadoll fusions. So most likely you're playing from your extra deck this time, a bit more. So further ado, here we go. Shadoll Falco, a tuner. 2 effects. If it is sent to the graveyard by a card effect or from your deck to the graveyard, you special summon this card right back to the field, face down. If it is flipped up, you can choose one other Shadoll monster besides itself from the graveyard, put it back face down, put it back to the field, put it back face down. Now this was destroyed by a card effect. Your opponent's card effect. This card can be put right back down, face down. It can only be done once per turn, so it cannot be done by over and over. So, not bad. Squadamata. Done by a card effect sent to the graveyard or just by the deck to the graveyard. You can send one other Shadoll monster from your deck to the graveyard besides itself, or when it is flipped up, face down, flipped up, you can pop one monster your opponent controls. The Shadoll Beast. Sent to the graveyard by a card effect, or from the deck to the graveyard, draw 1 card. When it is face down, flipped up, draw 2 cards. Send 1 card in your hand to the graveyard. Now, if this was done like both times, no, it can only be done once per turn. So it cannot be both. So if you threw away both, only one would activate, not both. The Dragon. Done by a card effect or from the deck to the graveyard, pop 1 Magic Trap. Now if it is flipped up, target 1 card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So it makes it a bit better because you can rather choose the Magic Trap or monster, return it back. And the Hedgehog. Done by a card effect or from the deck to the graveyard, search for one other Shadoll piece except for itself from the deck to your hand. When flipped up, you can add 1 Shadoll Magic or Trap from your deck to the hand. So that's helping you already get your, which I'll show you, the Shadoll Fusion and the El Shadoll Fusion of what they are. Magic, so yeah, they could be done by getting those. So I'll show you in a bit of what they are. Here we go, zombies now. The Zombie Master, pretty much the staple of every zombie deck. Once per turn, you can send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. Target 1 level 4 lower zombie monster in either graveyard. Special summon that target. Now, this monster must be face up on the field to activate, to resolve this effect. Now, here's the thing about the zombies. If you were to throw away a Shadoll, it's a cost, so particularly the Shadoll's effects will not go. Because Shadows, yeah, there is no cost, but Zombie Master's effect is a cost. So throwing away a Shadow to get a zombie, okay, yeah, that's just to get a zombie, but it will not go for it to get its effect. Mizuki. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 zombie monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. So, Mizuki. Then we'll go with Tatsunekro. If this card is normal summon, you can synchro this card and one card in your hand to make the synchro monster you need by the level, but both of those cards will be removed from play. Or just like any other, you need a tuner to make a synchro, it must be on the field. So that's the little difference between Tatsunekro. You can just do it already from your hand, but you must have Tatsunekro out and the requirements you need to make the level of a synchro monster you're gonna make. Now here's a little different of what I did. Elemental Hero Prisma. Now, Elemental Hero Prisma is a light monster. Once per turn, you can reveal one fusion from your extra deck. Then send one of the fusion materials whose name is specifically listed on that card from your deck to the graveyard. This monster becomes that monster until the end phase. So most likely, all the fusions you're gonna make of all Shadolls, you're gonna need a Shadoll. So it's almost like you're throwing away another Shadoll monster. Mathematician. When this card is normal summon, you can send one level 4 or lower monster to your deck to the graveyard. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you get an additional 1 draw. And then Card Trooper. Card Trooper is, when this card is on the field, once per turn, you can choose up to 1 of 3 cards and send them to the graveyard. So most likely, you're throwing away your Shadolls. Those are done by card effects. You can use their effects because these Shadolls are going to be sent from the deck to the graveyard. Now if it was more than, so it's like you threw away 2 beasts. Again, like I told you with the beast, you can only draw 1. If it was 2 dragons, only 1 dragon works. Not both. Now, its attack will become by 500, so most likely if you throw away 3, Card Trooper becomes a 19 attacker. When destroyed, sent to the graveyard, you get to draw 1 card. Shadoll Fusion. Shadoll Fusion. Fusion summon 1 Shadoll monster from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. If your opponent controls monster and a monster will special summon from the extra deck, you can also use monsters in your deck as fusion material. You can only activate this once per turn. So this is most likely like polymerization, except this is for the Shadolls. El Shadoll Fusion. Fusion summon 1 Shadoll fusion monster from your deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. You can only activate Shadoll Fusion once per turn. So most like a little quick play. Shadoll Fusion is just a normal spell card, except it's a pretty much like a polymerization, like I said, except it's only for the Shadolls. So it's most likely a searcher from Hedgehog if it's flipped up. Search for a magic. So El Shadoll Fusion and Shadoll Fusion can be searched. Now here we go. Dark World dealings. Most likely yeah for Dark World, but no. Each player draws 1 card, then discard 1 card. So yeah, done by a card effect. Throw away Shadow, you get the effect. Or if you just need to send away your Mizuki, you can do that too. Most of the time you are going to need Mizuki in your graveyard to do the plays of bringing out zombies. So then just write Geki, Dark Hole, and then it's not that bad to run Foolish Burial, because again, double by card effect, you throw away a Shadow from your deck to the graveyard, the effect goes. Or just like always, yeah, you want to get your Mizukis to the graveyard to do your combos of your zombies. Mirror Force. Stormy Mirror Force. Quakey Mirror Force. Compulsory evacuation devices. So pretty much Mirror Force. Activate only when your opponent declares an attack, destroy all face-up monsters. Stormy Mirror Force. Activate when your opponent declares an attack. All face-up monsters are returned back. Quakey Mirror Force. When an opponent declares an attack, and this is activated, all monsters are permanent face down until they are destroyed or attributed, whichever. Compulsory evacuation device. Return one monster on the field to its owner's hand. Very consistent, I would say, compulsory evacuation devices. As I always say, very, very consistent. I think it is good to use. So, that was trap cards, and we'll go with the extra deck. Now, okay. The Rockstar Virgil of the Burning Abyss. Now, it does say Burning Abyss, so it does not just work with Burning Abyss. It could work with anything, because you need one tuner. So to make a level 6 is not hard. So you're most likely, Tatsu Necro can work, but most likely you're going to want to do it for Shadow Falco. Now, it does not say it has to be a zombie or a spellcaster. It could be for any. So, not that bad to make a level 6. And as soon as this card is destroyed, you draw one card. So again, these are little cards, effects of when you can draw cards. Then of course, the Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon. To make a level 7. Now it does not say also a zombie tuner can be done by any tuner. When this is synchro summoned, gain 100 attack for each zombie monster on the field and the graveyards. So if you're playing against zombies, they count also from your opponent's graveyard. When this zombie is destroyed by battle, you can special summon one zombie monster from either graveyard to your field, and this could be only done once per turn. Your helper, your Black Rose Dragon, when synchro summoned successfully, blow up the entire field, including itself. Now here we go. El Shadoll Construct. This must be done by El Shadoll Fusion or El Shadoll Fusion to do the requirement. You need one Shadow monster and a light monster. Now I'm only using one Shadow Construct. You are allowed to use up to 3, but the way I made this, you're only gonna I only have one light, and that's Elemental Prisma. Now sometimes I say using more than one El Shadoll Construct, I don't really think you really need it. One I think is just fine. Now again, like I said about Prisma, you can send away to make of what you need to. So yeah, if you choose Construct and you put it to Elemental Prisma, you need to reveal it. Well then, it says one Shadow monster and one light. So Prisma's effect, you throw away a Shadow, that Shadow goes. But if it's, yeah, it does connect to, it's going to be Construct, but it does not change the attribute of what it is. So it's a light. So pretty much El Shadoll Fusion, Prisma, Beast. Prisma's effect worked of what you wanted to throw away. So yeah, if you want to throw away the Falco, because Beast, you can throw away another Beast, but that effect won't go. So El Shadoll Fusion, bring out Construct. El Shaddai Shiganaga. One Shadow monster, and then one Earth. When this is special summon, monster activates its effect, and you have one Shadow card in your hand. You can negate the activation if you do destroy that monster. Then send one El Shaddai card from your hand to the graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Shadow spell or trap card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Now, you do need an Earth. The Earths is Mizuki, Card Trooper, and Mathematician. So it's almost like if you did Mathematician first, you did the effect to send away a level 4 or whatever, fine, you did that effect, but you have not even done Shadow Fusion, or if you want to go to El Shaddai Fusion. So that's like activate the effect first, that's a +1, +2, Shadow Fusion. And +3, you're gonna make your Shiganaga. Same goes for Card Trooper. Send away your 3 cards, El Shaddai Fusion. +1, send away 3 cards. +2, El Shaddai Fusion. +3, you're making Shiganaga. So that's +3 right there. El Shaddai Winda. One Shadow monster +1 dark. So it could be done by 2 Shadows if you wish to, because the Shadows are darks. Your other darks, Tatsunekro and Zombie Master. Its other effect cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Each player can only special summon one monster once per turn while this card is face up on the field. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Shadow spell trap card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So El Shaddai Fusion Winda stops a bit from your opponent playing so many monsters all at once. And then just Dekotaka you're gonna need. So those are the El Shaddai fusions. So yes, you are gonna need Earth to make Shiganaga. I have a couple of Earths. Windas, you have a lot of Darks. Construct, you need 1 light. I'm only using Prisma. And I think that's a bit too much, because most of the time you might not be able to make Construct because you're gonna need Elemental Hero Prisma. Or if you're able to make it, you can make it. So just like with the Mathematician, a +1, +2, +1 is to activate the effect. +2, you're gonna make whatever, and then +3, you're gonna go into Construct. So, what do they do? Here we go. Here's a couple of combos. Mathematician, Shadow Fusion, Raigeki, Shadow Beast, Compulse. 5 cards. Foolish Burial. A lot of stuff you can do right here. So if you're dealing with monsters already you don't want to deal with, Raigeki. You have your trap card, you're gonna set. Foolish Burial. Send away anything. Now, particularly, you don't want to throw away your beast, because you have a beast in your hand and you can't play both if you have in the graveyard. Maybe you just want to throw away Mizuki, if that was the situation. That's just, yeah, Mizuki. Summon Mathematician. Activate Mathematician's effect. So throw away a level 4. Let's say it was, yeah, Squadamata. That was done by a card effect, so Squadamata, send away another card. Maybe you want to go into a Falco. So send away Falco to the graveyard. It gets put face down. Shadow Fusion. Throw away. Throw away your Earth Mathematician. Throw away your Shadow Beast. And then you're gonna make your Shiganaga. Shadow Beast was done by a card effect. Draw one more card. So, whatever happens next, rather if your Shiganaga is destroyed, or if your Falco was flipped and you're gonna put another card face down, you can even put down your Beast also. And yeah, flipped up, draw your 2, whichever. Here's another thing. It says when it special summons a Shadow. So even if your fusions were sent to the graveyard and destroyed, special summon one Shadow. You can even special summon right back your fusions and put face down, because it does not say it has to be done by a regular Shadow, or you can only special summon your Shadow fusions. No, anything that's called Shadow. So if that were to be destroyed and you want to do Falco, you can special summon right back your Shiganaga. Sometimes it's not that bad to, if you were to have Falco face down, you made your Decode Talker, if that would be the situation. You had Zombie Master out. You had Mizuki in the graveyard. You have Necro in your hand. Activate Zombie Master. Special summon right back Necro. Synchro. Into your Red Eyes Necro Dragon. Flip Falco. And your Shiganaga, put it back face down. And then yes, you just have your flip. So if you had like Shiganaga out, and whichever 2 monsters you had out, and yeah, you had a 1, 2, 3, get rid of them. You go into Decode Talker. Yes, like I just showed you, except yeah, I'm showing you 3 monsters now. It's not bad if you have Falco, and then yeah, you have your Shiganaga you had still in the graveyard. Now if it was done correctly, remember, it doesn't have to be where the arrows are. You still have your simple other ways you can make it. Prisma. You wanted it to go into your construct. Now if it was El Shaddai Fusion, it does not make really a difference. And you need a dark. So if you have Hedgehog, so Prisma +1. Throw away a Rather, the requirements of throwing away of what construct says. Where did I put my construct? No. You must throw away a light monster or a shadow monster. Throw away a shadow monster. Maybe you want to draw another card. And yes, you still have Hedgehog right here. Maybe yes, you want to. Your draw was a dragon. Okay. Yeah, that'll shut off fusion. Activate. Now you can throw away your dragon. You can do this and your Prisma. Dragon's effect, done by a card effect. Pop one magic or trap. Or you can go into Hedgehog with Prisma and just search for a monster, whichever you're choosing. Let's just say you wanted to pop a magic or trap, because maybe your opponent only has on the field just a magic or trap, either face down or it was face up. Like let's say roll a decree, no trap cards can be activated, but you can destroy that. So yes, El Shaddai Fusion, Prisma, Dragon, Construct. Now Construct's other effect is if this battles a special summon monster, yeah, destroy that monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Shadow, yeah, trap, graveyard, add it to your hand. Now, also, if this card is special summoned, you can send one other Shadow card from your deck to the graveyard. So that's just summoning another way of, again, you're going to throw away another Shadow. And then just, yes, you have your other synchros right here. The Tatsunecro and the Burning Abyss. Burning Abyss is just a little helper to make a level 6. And yes, a good 25 attacker, and when destroyed, draw a card. So, hope you all enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. Shout out Zombie using the fusions now. Peace.